Hey everyone. I'm sorry that we are late. I was. Oh, there's Dee Dee. Hi, Dee Dee. I got busy making bread, and I wasn't paying close attention to the time. So, I know I'm fixing to, Hunter. Hunter's reminding me that it's time to start serving.
Yeah.
This is not a great shot.
12:05, and she said it would be.
Hey, Bruce Baker. Hey, Scott. Hey, Mike. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to I'm adjusting the camera. There we go. I think that's better. Hey, Lila.
I'll do a guest appearance.
Oh man, is this gonna really mess up on me? Okay, we might have to do this a little differently. I'm gonna have to do this a little differently because I have to adjust my camera. But y'all can see there's a lot of people here already. I'm gonna go ahead and set my camera down and readjust it, and we will we'll just set this right here for now. Maybe that's gonna be okay.
Hey Jennifer, this Brady go in?
Yes. I'm gonna set this camera right here like so. And we're gonna get started.
You got some bread coming over.
Only give me 6 minutes to play. 6 minutes to play. Only 6
I have to grab fork.
Hot bread there? Yeah, that's over there. Well, you can't cut it off.
Hunter, take one of these, put water in it. Hot water in it, and then go set it out there. Okay.
You need me to have Jennifer tell you what to do?
Yeah, probably.
Jennifer Wiley doesn't know what to do.
That doesn't surprise me. Hunter or Garrett, will you get the salt and pepper out there and go or back there?
I'll go get the salt and pepper.
Okay. All right. We're getting started. Okay. Oh, hang on. I don't have to read.
Take your time, no pressure.
I'm doing this and I'm like, wait, wait. We're not recognized. Wait, bars.
Let's wait till 4.
Hold on,
Where's
leg.
that dumplings?
Hold up. Y'all see this?
Hold up.
Delicious, right? Yeah, no kidding, Lila. We're smelling it. Here, Dee. Oh, here. Here's your fork. Hey, Brian.
Hi, how are you?
Doing good. Doing
Mom,
good.
can I go serve garlic bread?
What'd you say? Yeah. I lightly seasoned it, so. Mom, can I get salt and pepper out there if you need more?
Can I go serve garlic bread?
She's lying to you, Brian. She don't lightly season anything.
Brad, lightly seasoned with 12 different things.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, just come back to the line when you're done. Yeah. That way we can keep track of like how many plates you serve.
Bill's gonna be sorry he missed this. We just had him out of blankets. My daughter wanted to pass blankets out. And I thought, hey, I know where something's going on.
But the bread stays right here. So you don't have to put it right out. There you go. When you're done with forks, put them back in that little tin thing over there.
You know, I'm the same way. And that's, I get donations of blankets, and then those are not great blankets. They're laid. They're laid.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So,
Anything better than nothing.
yeah. So, yeah.
You're welcome.
One second, some and out.
Okay.
46.
These plates aren't the best, so if you want to take her hers and then come back for yours. I mean, you can just come right back to me. So, Rebecca, do you see a lot of people in here are wearing your hats today? There's 46 in there. Okay.
That's good. I'm gonna get y'all some better plates, by the way.
Okay.
Those suck.
These do suck, but they're what's within budget. So.
Yeah, well, I'll use the budget to get better plates.
There you go. Enjoy.
I'll tell you what, they're not short on hot water here.
No, they are not.
That rolls in real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Get it?
Yeah.
You'd been fired.
I'd have cut your pay, how about that? That's what I was on. I cut your pay. You'd have pay this
You know
week.
that, right?
I know.
They've got a Dalmatian with a brush. So we're gonna do the hair on a Dalmatian, or is that what we do? I was brushing the Dalmatian's hair. No? So we're good on bread right now, are you?
This is what
Yeah.
We need to go off.
Don't you do that to your sister's toy.
Go.
I
Don't you
just need
do
one.
it. Don't you do it. No. No, don't do that. That's your sister's.
No, set it down. Put it back where it is.
No. No, that's absolutely next level.
None of them were landed.
Hey, how's that happen? It's comfy, right? Like they're so warm. One of our, the way we afford to do this, we have a YouTube channel and we have people that watch it and donate money and stuff. So we do that. And one of our ladies made a bunch of those hats.
Oh, wait, really? I know where it can sit. No,
Hey, you guys go that way.
I know where it can sit.
Right here, Grandpa.
In my hoodie.
Hey, go. You're welcome. Enjoy.
No broccoli.
No broccoli.
How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Probably been asked about 100 times, but I'm great.
It's
Hi guys, just so everybody knows I'm still alive. Y'all can see my wrist. Let's see. It got a little hot the other day. And my fingers, and in here you can't see it, but in the webbing of my fingers there.
That's all stuff for the courthouse, so it's not our stuff. So I do not know.
So yeah, if y'all was on any of the lives that I was saying that I couldn't use my left hand and hold my phone and type and all that, that's mine.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to admit what I done. I knew better, but I don't want to admit it. I pulled the radiator cap off Jennifer's pickup whenever it was hot, and yeah, that's what happened.
There you go.
here's the forks right here.
Well, I didn't know I wasn't in camera, but yeah, anyway. It's better now. I just got to watch getting hot water on it, but it's better. I better go back to cooking. Yeah.
Larry's in
It ain't the
there
first
already.
time, but
I think there's anybody in there.
Oh.
We're making ham and
What we doing?
People are just grabbing those. Do you want to take them and go put them in that closet?
yeah, I have Hunter. Where's Hunter?
I don't know. Want one to go? Okay.
Is that meaty over there looking for?
I think so, yeah. You're welcome.
Supposed to still is cooked.
bathroom.
Yeah, go ahead and grab one.
I don't either. I mean, yeah. No, but it's pretty fresh.
Wow.
All right, we're gonna get out of your hair, girl.
What'd you say?
We're gonna get out of your hair.
Well, appreciate it.
Happy to help any way we can.
Yeah, I don't use it. It wasn't our stuff. Yeah. How are you guys doing? Yeah, just go ahead and eat this and then come back and I'll make you some sub boxes after the wine.
I think I gotta take this back to somewhere. I don't know where.
Here's one for you.
Three of the blankets. They put them out there with the hat, right?
Sure. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for
I'm
coming.
gonna eat this piece of product right
Okay.
there.
You want to take some of the pasta?
Oh, that's $1.
$1?
Yeah.
You take credit cards?
Actually, we do.
Yeah, I can.
We can take Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Okay. Okay, two to go. Hang on. Have you eaten yet?
Oh, now it's
No,
$2.
Did you say you need two?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. Come on, do what you want to.
Thanks, Trevor.
No kidding, bro.
Trevor, I've actually got a job in the morning. So,
You had a job?
well, yeah.
Oh, that's Paul. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, those are cheap.
So you do that?
Here, will you get me another tray of?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, you know what they say.
Probably in the warmer room.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Hey, Troy, how are you?
Here.
We got more. So we're gonna use them.
Last time I tried, I got a big problem.
I need some at once. I need some. You need what? Yeah, I need some.
We're gonna do some things sometime when I do outside too.
Okay, I can't right now. Where's he at?
He's in the bathroom.
Last time I asked.
Oh, well, he needs, tell him to come here.
You laugh, but I'm being serious.
I had a guy, my old
You can come back to some more coffee. Let me get this swapped out real quick. We'd like to start serving more often, like instead of just like 1 day a week, but right now, we do it every Wednesday. The church, we're different, we're some organization, and the church lets us come in on Wednesdays and use the kitchen.
ladder here.
So we'll be back here every Wednesday, but eventually we'd like to start serving another day. We don't know what day that would be yet.
That sounds like
Did you hurt your back?
when he did the metal roof.
Yeah, I will, but it's not very hard.
Don't take to another ladder, laying on the
It's not
roof,
like
they
very
crawl
bad.
up, like, are you really working yourself?
It's not very bad.
And you're doing this.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, Wiley, be good.
We'll see you later,
Oh,
sir.
that's broccoli. Oh.
Oh, right there beside you.
Sure, okay. Look, Mom, it's not that bad. There was another one here already. Mom, it's not that bad.
Need two to go.
Oh, what happened? 2 to go. Oh, thanks for reminding me.
I was running around the playground and we were playing tag. And then I scraped my back.
Yep.
I don't know if she brought it with us today or not. Did you bring a type C charger?
No. That one's empty.
Whoa, Mom, look what I just figured out. Mom, look, I can spread a heat surface. Look, Mom.
Have a blessed
Look
day.
right there, very close, Mom.
Uh-huh. Did you want another plate? 2 to go. Okay.
As I push it, there's a rainbow up.
Do what? I know, that's what that's what we're trying to do.
Just turned off.
We really wish we had the money to do it more often.
Either one.
Someday, God, in
One
God's
actually
time,
shut that off.
will
We-
make the resources available.
Yeah.
Amen.
My mouth has
Hey, can you put interrupting? I was a letter carrier here in Shawnee for 7 years, and I quit my job last year. You're welcome. God bless. Yes, sir, you can. Not just yet. Well, you guys can go start handing out cookies if you want. Yes. Hey, kids, when y'all hand them out, you take one out and hand it to them. Okay? Here, let me open it for you, Hunter. Really? You hand them out. Finish your garlic, guys. Here. You can have an egg cookie after you have them out here. You don't want to eat them off the floor, though. Yeah, sure. Pretty good, right? Here you go.
Thank you, man.
Welcome. Hey, Ed, how are you? Sure, absolutely. You want some more broccoli too? Here you go. You're very welcome.
On the middle table.
How you doing today, Ed? Looking forward to some chicken Alfredo. That's good on broccoli. It's good for you. Sure, sure. Hey, how are you today? Nope. There's still plenty to go.
All right, baby. I got one more big pot, or one more big deal tray of,
Pasta.
pasta. Do you think we eat it right now?
I have an empty spot over here if you want to put it over here.
I've got enough to do another one, but do you think we're gonna need it?
I don't know.
And this one's actually a little more than all those.
Ah. Maybe when this one runs out, if there's still a lot of people, then we'll make another one. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and make it since we have all this stuff already cooked, and then worst case scenario, we'll figure out how to take it home.
Okay.
Hey guys. Hey Jackie, how are you? Hi Lori. Hey Tiny Tim. Hey Scott. Let's see. Rebecca, I hope you saw there were a lot of people out here today that took your hats. So we only have a few left to give away. Hey Jesse and Lisa, how are y'all doing today? Oh, I guess I missed Josh. See you, Josh, if you're still in here. Lori, how are you doing on those watch hours? Have you hit your goal yet? Jackie, you're starving. I hope that your Panera was at least as good as this, because this stuff smells amazing. I'm about to go make me a plate.
Mom, I served all my cookies, almost basically.
Yeah, Brenda, you should totally put your face on a sticker.
Hey, get out from in front of that. That's where people get their food. Come on.
Mom, somebody came. He got a white shirt,
What's going on, man?
a gray and orange jacket, and short hair.
All right.
You want one for in here, or? Yes, okay. Who was it?
You okay? Oh, no. How's Doug doing?
I haven't changed my white. Who want beer? I'm not dog life. You're thinking of breakfast. Can I have a kind of cookie? And one big cookie? No,
I guess.
here, you can have this one. I lost. One more?
Yeah, who need, wants the place to go to?
Mom,
Wants the place to
Can I have? No, somebody gave
You're
these.
interrupting me. So 3, 2, or 3?
Can I have a
Okay. You wanted 2 to go, and they each want 1?
What do you look like?
Okay.
So it's
Five.
5, okay, okay.
Hey, Mom. Can I have this last cookie on mine? Mom, can I have
You
this?
guys don't need, hey, y'all need to eat some real food first. Give me a second and I'll make you plates.
Mom, it says we can have a cookie after we serve.
Didn't you want to have a cookie?
I only have one time.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, just go ahead and sit down and have that. Let's go.
You only have what? My turn.
Okay, well, here, hang on.
Why is there cookies sitting everywhere? Oh, it's too,
Here,
there's
Lily.
one sitting out there, there's two over here.
What's more?
Mom, do I
Oh,
have
Yeah, we're done.
Huh?
You said that's.
Is that good or you want more?
Good one, that'd be fine, yeah, like.
Jennifer, you write it down on
No
the
broccoli,
please.
Oh. You want another one for here? Yeah, sure. No broccoli for me. I want broccoli. No.
I bet they'll make good fruit ball.
I bet they would.
What's her name?
What'd you say? Yeah, absolutely. Here. Okay. There should be there's a metal bowl thing over there.
That way, like, yeah, rain for ice.
Do we have more bread to be cut up?
Yeah. You need it?
Not just yet.
Okay. Yeah, there's.
What?
What about this one?
Eat your lunch and then you can have a full cookie.
What did I put in satellite?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because you know me, so I can't carry anything. I'm doing here just to walk myself.
Let me put these in a bag for you, or do you want to put them in? Back in there? Okay. Here. You want to give these to your friends out there that needed one? So there's that extra
Well,
two
we're
that you
actually.
Put them in this box right here.
Yeah, ultimately, but we want to put each one in the bag. Those are three to go to the house.
let me find some eggs.
You want yours in the bag?
Yeah, I need to be fine.
Yes, yours, one of yours up there. Thank you.
I need something more than
How many more do you need?
They got plenty.
I got 2 carrots you want to go.
The third one in this bag?
2 of them in that bag.
2 of them and then one.
Yeah, one is for choice,
Okay.
and then Max is 3 in this bag.
Hang on, so did I get this right?
You got it right.
And then one more for Troy.
Thank y'all very much.
You're very welcome.
y'all will be there, so. Troy, pick out a clean blanket for yourself. You want a clean blanket?
Here you go.
Thanks, my dear.
You're very welcome. Hey Joe, how are you? We're quiet. We're pretty busy today, guys.
You like green?
Let's see.
Green and green.
Hey Leanne, how are you? Hey Roberta.
Hi, darling. So happy to see
Thank you,
y'all.
mods, for taking care of any bots, because obviously I don't have time to pay attention and look for them. But you guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. For anybody who doesn't know yet, hey Tina Ladybug. Anybody that doesn't know, oh hey, how are you? Give me just a second. You're welcome. Huh? Yeah. We're here every Wednesday, and we try to cook food that's actually like good for you.
Then all the
Most of it. Hopefully, eventually, we'll get to the point where all of it does, but right now, I don't want to mislead anybody.
Where's Garrett at? Oh.
There you go. I'm looking for it.
Yeah.
Huh? Nope. I still got a whole nother tray over here. You need one more coming. You want a couple to go? Huh? Oh yeah. Hey Garrett, leave here with one of the clear trash bags. And I'll just answer everything in the microwave. Next week we're gonna do oh, that wet burger casserole. Here you go.
What?
Sorry if I'm missing. Hey, Belly Acres, how are you, Jillian, Carrie? How's Chris doing, Scott? Because obviously we can't get over there to see. I'm just trying to Say hello to people as they come in. Oh, hey, Brandon and Stephanie, how are y'all today? So nice to see you guys stopped in. Whoop. Okay, so I would love to give you a couple plates to go, Jesse and Lisa. This stuff's delicious. Thanks, Scott. So I asked Lori earlier how her watch hours are
He's just gonna
going,
get you one of those bigger clear trash bags.
and then I got busy and I missed it. So she should be getting there any day. Oh, you're lucky the sun's shining there. It's cold and dark outside here. Yesterday it was like 65 degrees, and today the temperature is just dropping off all day long. It's just, it was 38 when we got up, and it's supposed to be 16 by tonight with wind chills below 0. And for you Canadian folks and other people, that's Fahrenheit. I'm not good at calculating Celsius. You know, us here in the US, we're on our whole own system. I'm trying to like scroll through the comments while I'm keeping up with other ones. Let's see. It's 48 here and it's a heat wave. I bet it is. Oh, good deal. You ate it all? Good job. Okay, you can have a cookie now. Oh, hey, Roberta, thanks for sharing their links. Oh, well, hopefully they don't take any of those from you, Lori, before it updates on the desktop. So we are way off on our watch hours. Like, we didn't ever expect to get this close to 1,000 this soon, and so we should have been pushing our watch hours from the beginning probably. But if you guys haven't noticed, we've just now started uploading content regularly. We're trying to do one a day, but it's not.
Eat all the hot cocoa and then drink all of it.
I don't know. Is there some out there still?
No, there isn't even the box.
Oh, well then somebody
I think somebody took the whole box.
What?
of hot chocolate.
Probably.
We bought a box of hot chocolate, and I guess somebody walked off with possibly the whole box, which is awful. But anyway, so yeah, we're lacking, like, we're only at like 1,500 watch hours, and we're almost to 1,000 subscribers. So it's probably gonna take us a while.
Please and thank you.
That's not ours.
Oh,
Hunter, do you want to go out and get her a bottle of water out of the car?
I need something with the lid.
Yeah, we have. Get her a bottle of water out of our car. Those
Please.
ones aren't ours, or I'd give you one.
Thank you.
They were here when we got here, and we don't want to take advantage. So yeah, we've got a long way to go. Yes, Rebecca. Hopefully so. Maybe at a future meetup. We will be at the one in Pryor, the Okie Homesteading Expo. I keep touching the camera as I'm going through the comments. I'm sorry. Yeah, Leanne, we're working on making more videos. Yesterday, I had an order for some comfrey salve in a scent that I didn't have on hand, or that I didn't have made already. So I went ahead and took that opportunity to make a video about making salve. I don't know if I'll get it out today because it's usually a long day here in the kitchen, and I have physical therapy afterwards. And so it's probably going to be about 6 o'clock before we get home. But I hope to have it out today or tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Worst case scenario, it'll be out sometime tomorrow. We have to go bid a job tomorrow for, oh, go give it to Dee Dee. So we have to go bid a job tomorrow morning to paint a house. And
that would be some much needed income. So that would be nice if we get that bid. But other than that, I think our day's pretty well free. And then Friday we have more appointments and stuff. So hopefully I can get it done and uploaded tomorrow, and hopefully it won't be uploaded at midnight. But I think it's going to be a pretty good video, and I'm so excited. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen the videos where they buy like those big crusher things and like they crush metal and stuff. And some of these channels go out and buy like brand new motorcycles and stuff to put in them. Well, we have a sawmill. And so Wiley has been experimenting with his sawmill, cutting some unconventional things. So there'll be videos on that coming out on his channel soon. We're still both learning how to like edit and stuff like that. And so it's not just, if we just publish the video and put it out there as is, I think people would get bored real fast. So we were able to like get several angles, and we're trying to piece them all together and make it look good. And so keep an eye out on Wiley's channel, working with Wiley, because if you want to see us cut up some stuff on the sawmill that isn't really meant to be cut up on the sawmill, we're kind of making a mess. And one of those things, I don't know if I want to tell you guys. I don't know. I think I might want to keep it a surprise because it's real funny. So I'm tired of bending over. My back's hurting. Is the milk all gone? No, it's in the fridge. Yes, Brandon and Stephanie, I hope so. Like, thank you guys for hanging out. Oh, he walked away. I was thinking he might have needed me for something, but he walked off. You gotta watch that guy because he's really good at just like picking up stuff that he shouldn't and walking off with it. Need a plate? To go? Okay. Give me just a second. I'll be back. The other one. 4, you said? Okay. Huh?
It ain't us.
Yeah, you come in dressed for outside and it gets hot quick.
Well, actually, I'm not really dressed for outside.
Oh.
I have a shirt on. A jacket. I was still fine out there. It's not hot at all.
I need some more bread.
Mom.
Mom, guess what, Lily? Somebody stole all 50 packs of the hot dogs. Mom, somebody stole all 50 packs.
Well, next
No, they use a bunch of them.
time when we bring it, we'll just have to ask
Like you said, you got the
What do y'all end up doing with all
Usually we get rid of all of it. Usually we don't have leftovers. There are sometimes, hey Angel! We, occasionally, not for you. No.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Angel?
There you go. Every day. Hey, Hunter. Oh, never mind. Angela, you can eat here or you can take to go. Okay. You want one for you and Liz? Oh, so you want 3. Okay. Yeah.
Pretty good, how you doing? Uh-oh.
Have you seen Doug?
How's he doing? That's what I heard. How's he doing?
I don't know who said it, though. Said it was his son.
Oh.
I did something nice.
What'd you do?
I gave Father Tom water.
Oh, nice of you. Will you get me some cookies?
Cookies. You sorry.
Yeah.
They're smoking weed in the church bathroom, they're gonna be smoking weed in hell for sure.
Yes.
They don't need no lighter or matches there.
Right.
I want 17 cookies.
17 cookies. Okay, well, here, I'll give you two in each box, okay?
I just went through it, I know.
Darn it.
Well, I better shut up just to quit serving me.
Right, yeah. Just for that, you only get one.
Yeah, right.
I did that on purpose.
I know.
Such a gift for talking crap.
I know.
Yeah.
Somebody's on the bathroom, that's
Yeah.
You wanna live through it?
Go.
appreciate it, guys.
You're welcome. Have a blessed day. Tell Liz we said hello. See ya.
See you later, man. Yep, take it easy, guys.
Wait.
Okay.
Are other people?
Oh, look, there's another bot, I think. Oh, no, that's somebody posting a link.
Are other people getting more cookies? I think they took
There's a lot of
those
people
3
that didn't
times.
get
Is there people that are getting extra? I'm gonna eat it.
No, I put the hot chocolate out there. But apparently not.
Can I have a cookie?
Did you have them already?
No. I only have She had one of these.
This sure is delicious, y'all. I hope this is making you hungry.
Can I have a cookie now?
Yes, you can have a cookie here. But that's your last one. Yeah, sure. Here you go. Like an hour after you text me. Mhm.
And I didn't have broccoli.
Go look in the pantry back there and see if you can find a Ziploc bag. It's over by the microwave somewhere.
Oh, I have food on my face. Mhm.
Did you cook tonight?
Yep.
Couple of sushi?
Thank you. Next week we'll be having chicken and dumplings.
You haven't made grape dumplings?
Made what?
Grape dumplings?
Grape dumplings? Uh-uh.
Chicken and dumplings?
Uh-uh.
Thank you. It's a family recipe, really. Come down and show you.
Yeah, you should. And then I'll make it for everybody, and they're like, "Oh, this is so good!" And I'll tell them your name. What's your name?
They just tell me a summer.
Summer. Okay, that's what I thought it was. I'll tell them Summer taught me how to make them.
They say they're moving north or Noble or something.
But you have to
I'm with you, Lori. I can't wait till the expo either. Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, I won't tell anybody. Just the whole world of YouTube. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Cookie, please, Mom.
I don't think my
Can I have a
grandma
cookie, Mom?
appreciate that
I'm gonna bring
much.
one to Father Time. A cookie to Father
You're a white girl.
Mhm.
Time. Can I bring a cookie to Father Time?
I mean, if you want to get technical, like my great grandpa or my grandpa on my mom's side was full Cherokee, but I don't look it.
Can I bring Father Tom a cookie?
White.
Can I bring Father Tom a cookie?
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, mine only has 3, which is still a lot. I mean, the last phone I had only had 1.
Mom, can I have another cookie so I can bring it to Father Tom?
Close out, Hunter.
I'm gonna give Father Tom a cookie.
Give me a second.
Temperatures right now?
Huh?
You know the temperatures right now?
Oh, God.
I don't know. I know it was 38 this morning, and it's only supposed to get colder throughout the day.
Can we bring the girl in the office a cookie too? Yeah, can we bring some garlic bread too?
I don't think she's in there, and you guys probably can easily follow along. Here, go ask him if he wants some food. Oh, you burger shop?
Taking after your dad, huh? Scott, I just saw something come through on Instagram, but I'm not going to check it until a little later because I saw just a smidgen of what it said. Roberta, it's hard to get. I know I'm probably way behind on the comments, guys, but Roberta, it's hard to like put out regular content. It takes so much more time to video stuff because you're like, you want to get the right angle and then you want to edit it. And I mean, there's a lot of times when I'm like, I don't know what to say, or I sounded stupid, or that didn't come out right. And it's like take after take after take. Oh, he ate lunch with the Boy Scouts? Okay.
So we don't need to give him food?
What'd you say?
We just figured out the weather for the next week.
Oh, I know. It's going to be cold.
You look like my Uncle Billy.
They're kicking us out before at the local.
Huh.
They're not letting us into Africa. And then that kid that's out.
You look like my Uncle
Well,
Billy.
oh man, that's awful. I know that, hang on a second. I know that Shawnee just hired a new, well, I don't know what her actual title is, but she's like a homeless coordinator, and she is working on opening a day center. But, so yeah, so and I think she's talking about having places where you can like do laundry and take showers and that kind of stuff. And we're gonna try to get someone to come in here on. Right, yeah. Which I mean, and I don't know if that's in the works, but it would be nice. Yes.
See, I need to get to Anadarko so I can get. And I can get.
We could do that, we could go almost to back on it.
Ah.
All I'm gonna do.
Oh, huh. Could they mail it?
I don't know, they're sending it to the PO box.
Because the St. Paul's has a P.O. Box ministry.
I got a PO box.
Can I go to the playground?
Yeah, you can go play on the playground.
Around?
Come across like
This
that.
puppy?
Some people won't send it unless it's a street address.
Mm-hmm.
You look like my Uncle Billy.
Hey, you got 5 pairs.
Hmm. Good deal.
What?
How many cameras you got on your phone?
Scott, why did you show me your message? And that is
4.
awesome.
Yeah.
Amen. Praise Jesus.
5,
God is
including the
good.
front, I guess. Yep.
And then you turn around.
That's probably, I think this is either an older version or the newer version of that same phone. I bet.
That 8
Oh, is that A12? Okay.
$200.
Why is this all rusted?
Yeah, no. I got this one on an upgrade. I think it was $100.
What was it?
Here, this one.
Not probably why it's rusted.
Yeah.
I bet that's why it's rusted. And it probably was probably. I'm trying to fix the wheels.
Here you go, Ed. Have a super blessed day, sir. See you next week.
I think you might say that. Just not too much.
Hey, Roberta. Wyland just showed me a notification that he got on his phone, and I just want to say thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. Eric Premchin, I don't know how to pronounce that your name. I'm sorry, but welcome. Thank you for coming. Yes, Scott, if you come to Oklahoma, I don't care if we've got to come to you, but we will. Like, even if you can't come to us, like, we will meet up with you somewhere, somehow. And we'll bring you food, because we can't afford to go out to eat, but we definitely bring you something good to eat.
She's a great cook.
Summer says I'm a great cook. Thank you. Oh, yeah, sure. Hey, Lori, how are you? No, you've already had enough cookies. I gotta make some to-go boxes. I'll be right back, guys. I'm trying to, like, International Children's Day on Eric's channel. I'm gonna have to go check that out. I'll be right back. Oh, watch out, Hunter. Hey, don't brush your hair or buy food. Not cool, man.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I got sap in my hair the other day. I'm not gonna do that.
Hey, Eric.
I already gave y'all cookies, but I'll put one in here anyway. We got a lot of them. Yeah, absolutely. Give me just a second. Here's one.
No.
Yeah. You okay, Brian? Thank you for turning your anger into a smile and not, fists.
Amen.
Is your finger swollen? Yeah, right. What I do is I would put some dish soap on it, or go in the bathroom and put some soap on it, and you can pull it off.
Oh, going out. Oh.
Ouch. Ouch. You got one for him? We should probably make some for Cowboy or for John Michael.
Yeah, we'll go on mine for John Michael.
Garrett wants to take 3 for Mom and William and
Oh.
What was your name?
Jennifer?
Okay, well, try to get off. If she wants to take a picture, I wouldn't get
This is not mine,
you got your plates over here on top.
Okay, cool, thank you.
It's hard to hear in here. When the fan's back here and stuff, it's
Absolutely.
really hard to hear.
You want one to go or you want?
Huh?
You're gonna sit here and eat it? Yeah.
What?
Something isn't my fault.
Yeah. Do you want it to be? I can say it's your fault. I blame stuff on Wiley all the time that's obviously not his fault.
She said it was your fault. So
Oh.
I said, I'm not your fault.
I had to do
I guess I'll take the blame. It's fine. I can find a pin.
No.
Oh, I got one in my jacket, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you bet.
I have one even better. I have a turkey. Yes, absolutely. You're making plates?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm gonna talk. So, I don't say this. Wiley put his arm in front of my face.
Sorry.
Rude. No, I don't say this nearly enough, guys, but thank you all for everybody's continued support. Without you guys on YouTube, we wouldn't be able to do this. So thank you. And this week's meal and last week's meal, maybe even the week before that, was all sponsored by Jody Young and her friend Karen Bowling. And they've even reached out and asked what kind of things that these people can need and or use. And, we replied back with like socks and gloves and blankets and stuff like that. And so things like that might be coming so that we can give that out and help these people stay warm when it's cold outside. But I just, hand warmers? Hand warmers. That's a good one. I'm going to have to add that to my list. I don't know if you heard that, Jody, but she said that hand warmers are essential too. So, yeah, I know that when I was a letter carrier and delivered the mail in the cold weather, that the hand warmers really helped a lot. So I'm going to scroll down and look at these. Oh, you can have those broken ones if you want, Brian. You want a whole one too? Here. We have extras. Oh, look at that. You broke it. Okay. I know, isn't it cute? It was here when we got here. I don't know who it belongs to, but it's adorable. I don't know who made this cup, guys, but they did a good job. It's adorable. No, because I don't know who it belongs to. If it was mine, I'd let you have it, but it's not. It's somebody named Laura or Laura.
William, you or?
Let's see. So yeah, like really, we can't express enough gratitude to you guys because you guys on YouTube really make this possible. This was a dream that we had, and it's something we felt like God was leading us to do, and it's something that, you know, we were supporting all on our own at first, and now, like, with the amount of people that we serve every week, we couldn't do this without you guys, for sure.
I'll see you on next week.
Bye. See you later. See you, Donna Lawson. I know you're probably out of here already because I'm way behind on the chat, but y'all, Donna Lawson is another one of our great supporters. She filled our car up, like, probably, it was right before Christmas, I think, but she donated tons of socks and gloves and stuff like that, and so we still have some of that to give out. We haven't tried to give it out all at once because I don't know, we just felt like it would be better stretched out, and so we still have stuff from Donna that we're passing out to people, like socks, and Donna did donate things like hand warmers, and she even donated some of those like earmuff things, and she donated some clothes, some blankets, there's so much. She even gave us like personal care items, like
That's a lot of food.
a lot of food left. We might have overshot our goal again, but we served a lot of people today. I think when I asked Trevor's daughter to count those to-go boxes, I think she only counted that stack, not the stack that's in there.
Yeah.
And so I think there was 42 in that one, I think is what she said. And then this was a pack of 50 plates, and it's almost gone. So I'd say we served
Close to 100.
Yep. Let's see. See you, Mike. I'm sure you're gone, but see ya. Everybody's just saying hello. Thanks, Roberta. Like, I wish we could share with all of you. It's so good. Gonna make some pizza for lunch today. Roberta, you gotta try Leanne's pizza dough recipe because that stuff was delicious. We're definitely gonna do that again. No, Roberta. You asked if these chickens were the roosters we got from Josh, and no. When we cull our chickens, we're gonna go ahead and do a bunch of them all at once so that it'll actually make a meal. Because I think that if we just did those 2 roosters, it would probably only feed about 10 people. So, I mean, they're good sized roosters, but we like to put a lot of meat in it, and we want to make sure that we have enough to go. Like today, we put about 35 pounds of chicken in the pasta we made today. And Leanne, like, as you mentioned pizza, I love like fully loaded pizza. Let's see. Oh, Donna, we'll be praying for your husband for sure. Yeah, we won't say anything, Scott. I just saw your message. We won't say anything. We did hear, though, from a couple of the guys that we see regularly every week that our friend Two Feathers, his name's Tommy, I don't know what his last name is, but he wasn't feeling good, and a couple of the guys here took him to the emergency room yesterday because he's got the C word and he's in quarantine and he's not feeling good at all. So if y'all could add Tommy Two Feathers to your prayer list, that would be fantastic. Hey, Squirrel Magnet Fishing, how are you today? If you're still here, I know I'm way behind. Hey, Tony, how are you doing? Oh, Devin and Ryan. Hello, hello. Oh, dang, there's lots of, I've seen a couple bots in here already. I assume you guys probably took care of them already, though. Let's see. You're welcome, Tony. You said that the food's making you hungry. You're welcome. It's delicious. Next week, we're going to do chicken and dumplings. Wiley, I gave them a hint to, hey, Craig, I gave them a hint to look out for your channel. Oh, he's sneaking outside. Scott, the fuzzy guy, is doing good. His hand is feeling better. He burned it. Roberta, I just saw your comment, and I think I've already responded to it, but thank you very, very much. You will be next week's sponsor. Yes. The Gypsy and the Vanilla Grilla, hello. Alfredo is delicious, and we went shopping at Sam's Club yesterday, and they don't sell Alfredo noodles. I mean, who would have known? So we're serving them with elbow macaroni noodles instead. But I mean, in my opinion, most noodles are created equally. They're just shaped a little bit different. Golly. What the heck? I can't even like put that person in timeout or block them. But they sure are. The bots sure are busy, Roberta. Golly. Yeah, everybody, please hit that thumbs up. Very much appreciated. And I can't believe that we have kept, I mean, that so many of you have stayed throughout this live. Like, that's really going to help our watch hours, and we can't express how much we appreciate that. And we understand that it takes a while. Like, once you get monetized, it's not like you start making a ton of money off of YouTube, because really, I mean, I think you average like 1 to 5 cents for every ad that people actually watch. But someday, we might start making an income off of YouTube, and that wasn't an intention when we started YouTube, but since then we've realized that it could YouTube can start helping us do this. Like, if we started making money off of YouTube, we could totally start feeding another day each week. We had a meeting with some of the people from the church last week, and we asked them if there's any chance that we could use their 501c3 to get donations from the grocery store. We haven't gotten an answer back on that yet. The lady we had a meeting with had to discuss it with, some other people higher than her in the church. So, yeah. I know, Scott, like, we're so close to getting 1,000. Like, we never thought that we'd get that far. I mean, we were happy when we got 100 people. And now look at us, we're rolling up on 1,000. Like, I don't know if you guys watch Simple Life Reclaim, but we catch them every now and then. And I can't believe it, because like a month ago, they were at like 10,000 subscribers or something. And then I just saw something, they're at 50,000 subscribers now. That's absolutely insane. That is so awesome. Like, we're so happy for them. And I guess it can just blow up overnight like that. And I mean, it wasn't really overnight, but it was close to it. Thanks for taking care of them, Roberta. And anybody else who's, any of our other mods, they're keeping them out. But thanks, Tim. We love all of you guys too. Like, I really wish that all of us in this YouTube community had an actual like community, because it's kind of funny because like being in someone's chat is like going to their house and hanging out with a group of people, and then it's nice because when that's over, you can go into someone else's chat and it's like everybody goes and meets at someone else's house, and it's really awesome. And let's see. Well, thanks, Gypsy, or the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. Are you okay with sharing your first name with us? Because we like to refer to friends by their first name if you're okay with sharing that. I mean, your channel name's cool too, but we like it to be a little more personal. Donna Brown, hello. That's a name I haven't seen before. Thanks for that suggestion, Craig. Oh, Walker Farm fam sent Donna Brown. Well, hello. Nice to meet you. Jeff and Tammy. Okay, I'm gonna write that down because I don't want to forget that. Thanks, Craig. So, Donna, I don't know how much you have seen of us since you've come to visit our channel, but every Wednesday we serve our community a hot meal. And we primarily aim to serve the homeless community or the unhoused community, but we welcome anybody who wants a hot meal. And we usually average about 100 people a week right now. When we started out feeding people, it was 20 people a week. And that was January of last year, or December of 2020. Yeah. Sorry, this time is just flying by. But so in 2020, we got to volunteer for a Christmas dinner to serve the homeless, and it just lit our hearts on fire. We started, I quit my job as a letter carrier because I felt like God was leading me or calling me to this ministry. And so we started a homeless ministry where we serve a mostly nutritious meal. I mean, we made garlic bread and broccoli and chicken Alfredo today, but it's really nutritional compared to Vienna sausages or peanut butter crackers or, you know, that kind of stuff. And so while it does have a lot of, I don't know, cheese and cream and stuff in it, it still is like, will stick to your bones and actually give your body some nutrition, and that's our goal. So LG is either in 7 or 7A, I think, because that's about where we are. Oklahoma has a couple different grow zones, so she's in the higher one, which I think is 7A, maybe. I could be wrong. We're right on that line for our grow zone. Thanks for posting that, Lisa or Jesse. Lori's in the twilight zone sometimes. And so, see you, Garrett. You always leave right before it's time to clean up. So next week we'll be serving chicken and dumplings. And so that's something that we can pack a lot of vegetables in. It'll have like celery and carrots and onions and garlic and I don't know, whatever else we can pack into it. Yes, we are fixing to start seeds. I've just now started planting our garden for this year. Have you guys heard, this is another video I want to do soon, but have you guys heard of the garden planner from the Farmer's Almanac? So last year I come across it, and it's a program for your computer. It's $29, I think, and it is awesome. Like you can plan your garden, like you can put greenhouses out, you can put, like it even has like, I can't even go into all of the details of it, but you can even design it just like your garden. So if you have a stone path, you can put a stone path in it. You can do a dirt path, you can do a rock path or whatever. You can build raised beds, or you can even put different kinds of fencing around it. I mean, you can really like duplicate your garden on this program. And it even has like different soil types. So if you have like sandy loam in one of your beds, and you have like good rich soil in another bed, you can even put different soil types in different beds. And then it gives you plant suggestions. It has like a million different plants. I mean, it may have more or less than that. I might be exaggerating, I'm not sure, but it has hundreds and hundreds or thousands of plants, and you can plant them where you want in your garden. You can also, thanks Jesse, it's really awesome. And so you can also, it recommends companion planting. It tells you if these plants need to be planted in the shade or if they need full sun. And then it has rotational planting. So where you planted your onions last year, you want to plant them in a different section next year. So you click on, I think it's called rotational or something like that. But anyway, so you can, it highlights the areas where you don't want to plant the next year. Oh, succession planting. Jeff and Tammy, honestly, we started by, there was a meeting on Saturday night at the local rescue mission. And so they just had a meeting on Saturday nights. And so we just started volunteering to provide food for that meal. But when they didn't need us anymore, we just took a table, like a fold-out table and a pop-up tent, and cooked food at home and then set up in the park. We knew that a lot of the unhoused population hangs out near the downtown area. So we picked a park in that area, and we just set up a table. And then we had food ready to go, and we'd walk around the park, and it didn't matter if they looked like they had a house or not. We asked them if they were hungry. If we saw people walking through the park, walking their dogs, we asked them if they were hungry, and the word just spread. And so at first we were kind of worried that the city was going to shut us down, because they don't really want to draw people to the downtown area. And Roberta, you're asking about a city permit. I mean, we didn't get one. I'm not sure if one is required, but the loophole that we were prepared to argue is that we were just there having a picnic with our friends. And so we didn't want to bring attention to the city, because we wanted to serve the people, and city council isn't always about serving the people, especially when they own businesses in the downtown area and don't agree with this demographic of people hanging out there. So I see E3 is live, so if anybody needs to jump over there, that's fine. But anyway, we didn't get a permit. We were just prepared that if someone would come to us and said, hey, you can't do this here, they can't tell us that we can't have a picnic with our friends in the park. And even if it come down to it, we were willing to spend $25 a week and rent a pavilion, and then we would have a permit to be there. And so that's how we were prepared to argue it. But we never were in that position that we had to. So, which is fortunate. We've always felt like it was coming. Like someone's gonna show up one day and tell us we can't do this. But that didn't happen. We did have the city utility workers come one day and try to hook a chain onto our truck and pull it. We'd parked in the grass because there wasn't any parking. And so they were trying to pull us out of the grass. And we were like, no, we're not stuck. And they didn't even talk to us first. They just grabbed a chain and started wrapping it around our bumper. And we were like, no. So it, yeah, Leanne, you're probably right. You probably would have to have some sort of certification, which Wiley and I are actually working on now because the church asked us to get that. And I've been food safe certified before because I've worked in the food industry in the past, but that's something that we will have working in this kitchen just in case the health department comes and, because now we're starting to like advertise on Facebook that we're doing this meal every week and we're kind of bringing attention to ourselves, but it's okay because we feel like we're in a protected environment as far as being inside church in a commercial kitchen, and we're totally okay with preparing food in a safe way, and we have a nice, clean, stainless steel, awesome kitchen to use, so we don't feel so uncomfortable now about drawing unnecessary attention to ourselves. So we made a post of our thumbnail on Facebook last night, and like 3,000 people had seen it by the time we got up this morning. And we posted it on one of the local community pages for our town. And so we were like, oh my gosh, Wiley saw that this morning. He's like, I don't know if we have enough food, but apparently we did because here it is, 1:30, and we started at noon, and we still have a whole nother tray of broccoli and a whole nother tray of casserole, which we'll put in to-go boxes and go pass out around town. And so, I mean, it won't go to waste. It never does. But anyway, if that answers your question, that's how we started. Is we were like, this is what we feel like we're supposed to be doing. So we just set up a table in the park, and as we got to know people, we asked people all the time, hey, what's your name? Nice to meet you. And so then if the authorities ever did arrive, we're like, oh, this is our friend Jeff, and this is our friend Cowboy, and this is our friend Angel, and and we could just give them their names, and for first names, of course. Like, these people don't give out their last names because they do want to protect themselves. But we just, if a cop arrived and wanted to give us trouble, we'd just be like, why can't we hang out with our brothers and sisters in Christ, And there's no permit needed to have a picnic in the park. Jeff and Tammy said, do what you are called to do, and the details will come. God is bigger than the details. God is bigger than our trials, bigger than the problems. Keep pushing. Absolutely. That just gave me goosebumps. Thank you for leaving that comment, because really, and that's what it is. And a lot of times we're like, man, what are we gonna make next week? We're like, what do we have on hand? What are we gonna need? What's on sale? Where's the money gonna come from? And then we'll get a notification from PayPal, or we'll get a text message that somebody wants to donate something. And it all works out. Like you said, he's bigger than the details. And so we just have to keep having faith that he's going to give us the tools to do his work. And I don't know, a friend told me, or suggested to me, to pick an intentional word for the year. And I have never heard of that before. And so the whole idea is you pick a word. My word this year is faith. To have faith. And it's supposed to permeate every aspect of your life as far as like work, family, spirituality, like all of that stuff. And it's supposed to be something that you think about on a daily basis. It's not something that you like, I don't know. This is the first time I've done it. And so this year, my intentional word for 2022 is faith. And that is to have faith that the kids are going to be fine, that the world's going to survive, that God's got everything under control, that he's going to work out all the details. And it's just, I don't know. It's not always easy because, you know that the bills are due and you know that the bank account's empty, And so it's hard in those moments to think, like, it's hard not to worry, what are we going to do? It's hard not to worry, period. But every time I have one of those thoughts creep in my head, I'm like, nope, God's got this. Like, I didn't quit my job to be a couch potato. I quit my job to serve the good Lord Almighty, and he's going to make sure that we're taken care of. And he does. I mean, like I've said a ton of times, like we don't make enough money to go on vacation anytime soon. And we don't make enough money to go out to eat or anything like that. But we make enough money to survive and to continue to serve our community. And that's all that really matters. Like, we have enough to keep our animals fed, and thanks to you guys, like, you guys really seriously make it possible for us to continue doing this. And we know that in the future, God is going to give us the resources to do this at least one more day per week. And that's one of our biggest goals for this year. So I'm trying to keep up with the comments, but I get to talking and not paying attention. Yeah, it's we really do, like Roberta said, we're very personable people. Oh, hey, look, there he is. He's still alive, guys.
I showed them a while ago. I even showed them my wrist.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I tried to get them to feel sorry for me, but they wouldn't.
No. I love you. He's cleaning while I talk to you guys. We're gonna have to, I still haven't finished my plate of food. Because I've been too busy talking. But I'm gonna have to get to cleaning this kitchen soon because I have an appointment at 4 o'clock. And we don't want to leave a mess. We want to be good stewards of the resources God's given us, and that includes this kitchen. Gosh dang. You know you're getting popular when you get that many Russian bots in here. Ow. I got down on my knees and they started popping. I'm going to eat some real quick. Oh, and last week, the church wrote an article about us in their weekly newsletter. What's that?
Blood from my nose.
Blood from your nose? How'd you get a bloody nose?
I was trying to get this big hook around my nose that kept hurting my nose.
Was that a whole bunch of
Are you better now? Where's your brother?
We're playing hide and seek.
Oh, you're playing hide and seek. Okay.
There's no telling.
There's no telling where he's at? Okay. Go find him.
What do you see right now?
So, anyway, yeah. The church wrote an article about us in their newsletter last week. And I guess that was pretty cool. They appreciate what we're doing. And last week, when we were cleaning up, like, we like to leave this space better than how we found it. And so we were out there, like, I was wiping the seats down on the chairs, and I was moving the chairs away from the tables and sweeping underneath them. And I don't know what he's called. What's a Catholic minister? Is he a priest? I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about religion. I just know that I've got a good relationship with God, and I don't know a lot about different kinds of organized religion. But anyway, so he come through the dining hall when I was cleaning, and he's like, dang, you guys are doing a better job than we do. And that made me feel good, because I don't want anybody to ever think that, to walk into this kitchen and think we left a mess. A priest, thank you. That's kind of what I thought, but I don't want to, like, represent him wrong by calling him the wrong thing, because I don't know if they get offended about that kind of thing. I'm not sure. But I definitely don't want to offend anybody.
You're gonna go buy a big, look like a brick wall right there on the left.
That's awesome, Roberta. I'm not the world's greatest at keeping track of that kind of stuff. This was just a digital copy that we got in an email. But the last 4 years, I've been in the newspaper for the toy drive that we do. And the first year, Hunter and Emily were on the front page. And then last year, I was on the front page. And this year, they had a different picture on the front page. Our article was still on the front page, but there wasn't any pictures. But online, Emily and Hunter, from when they were younger, were in the paper again this year. They're my little elf volunteers. I'm gonna go grab a chair. This floor is really hard on my knees. Oh. Watch out for that. I almost went over with you. This is much better. I should have had Wiley pull me up a chair sooner. Doesn't this garlic bread look delicious? I know, Roberta. Actually, that's funny because his contact in my phone says my knight in shining armor. He truly is. He's a very, very amazing man. Like, definitely top notch, the best I've ever had in my life. Because I have not had the best choice in men in the past, which I believe has like totally led me to appreciating him that much more. Because he's just like, I couldn't have dreamt up a better guy than Wiley, honestly. We spend a lot of time together. I mean, the only time we're really apart is like when I'm in the kitchen and he's out in the shop building something. And we don't argue, we don't fight, we don't have disagreements. And he loves my kids like they're his own, which is hard. But sometimes they're a big pain in the butt. But I could not have asked for a better guy in my life. And it's awesome because I joke around and I say that he lets me get him into stuff. But, you know, this was kind of like, I didn't dream of feeding people. I mean, I've always loved to share food with people. I've always loved to cook. And when I was working, I'd be that person who'd randomly show up at work with food for everybody and just be like, oh, hey, I thought you guys might be hungry, and bring food. Or when I worked at the post office, I brought cupcakes. I'd make 50 cupcakes once a month just to celebrate anybody who had a birthday that month. And but I never like dreamed that we'd be doing this. And then I met Wiley, and we've only, for those of you that don't know, like, we're not married yet. We plan on getting married eventually, but it's really important for me to have my dad there. And my dad lives in California, and so with all of the lockdowns and everything right now, and the fact that we don't make a lot of money, there's the chance of us getting to California or getting my dad here is not real likely at this point. But it'll happen eventually, and all in God's timing. But we've only known each other since I think it was the beginning of 2019 that we met. Oh, Wiley's spying. Y'all, hurry, shush, don't tell him I was talking crap about him. But I think it was the beginning of 2019 when we met. And so, yeah, it's been 2 years, and it's been awesome. Wiley, I wasn't at all telling people that you were like the greatest guy ever. Don't believe them if they tell you that. Are you spying on me? I mean, I guess I shouldn't say it on the internet if I don't want him to hear it, right? I agree, Roberta. There's not many. And as a mom of a couple boys, I just hope to raise them well enough that they are hardworking and respect the women in their lives. Which honestly, I can say that Michael's a hard worker, and I feel like he respects me and other women. But he's not a people person. Michael's definitely an introvert. And so I don't know if he'll ever find a woman. He's not interested in girls at this point. He's 16 and he just doesn't have any interest in having a relationship with anybody unless you're family. And Hunter, on the other hand, though, Hunter's had a bit of bad influence from his dad. And I'm trying to break him of a lot of that. Because sometimes the way that he talks to me, I just want to Homer Simpson him and just strangle him, or, but I'm not the beating type. I mean, don't get me wrong. If he is blatantly disrespectful, I will spank his butt and send him to his room. But I hope that one day he will learn that, a woman gave birth to him, and not that like women are more important than men or anything, but everybody deserves to be treated equally. Nobody deserves to be treated like they're stupid or less than or anything like that. And he does that a lot. And so I hope to break him of those behaviors before he gets too much older. And we're working on it. So yeah, I pray for him. Y'all pray for him too. And one other thing I'm thankful for Wiley for is that he sets a really good example for the kids. So the way that him and I interact sets a good example for them. The way that he treats me, the way that he treats them, it all sets a really good example. So that's one more thing that I'm thankful for him for. It is Roberta. And I don't want to go into too much detail, but the kids have only, I'm trying to think. The kid's dad wasn't around until I say the kids, Michael, Emily, and Hunter. No, Emily, Hunter, and Emily all have the same dad. And he was in prison and didn't get out until February of 2020. So the kids had a little bit over a year with him where they lived in my house and his. There was an incident last May where I found out that he had hurt them physically. He had left bruises on Emily and Hunter, and I was not at all okay with that. And he had been he'd been mildly emotional abusive or verbally abusive, however you want to put that. And those are some of the reasons that him and I aren't still married. So once I realized that he was doing that to the kids, I immediately took action. And I was granted emergency custody, and the kids have been full-time with Wiley and I since May of last year. So, and the kids haven't seen their dad at all because he didn't even come to the last court hearing. And so that really, really hurts their feelings. But it really hurts me that he would hurt them, whether it's with words or with hands that he would hurt them. And I'm not gonna let that. I'm not gonna let him get away with it and keep doing it. And so he hasn't. Up until this point, he hasn't even reached out to my attorney to get visitation. And so that really hurts the kids' feelings. I do have them in counseling for it. They go to counseling once a week, and then once a month we do family counseling together. And I think it's really good for them because at first they didn't want to go back. At first they were very upset and hurt, and they didn't want to go back. And then, time heals all wounds. And I don't know if you guys have a lot of experience or know much about domestic violence, but it never gets better. And usually the person who's abused, it's like the way it was put to me is a lot of times when you break up and you lose a relationship, at first you feel like it's the right decision. But then as time goes by, you start remembering all the good times and you forget about all the bad ones. And you just want that again. And that's kind of the stage that they're in, is they miss their dad and they don't understand why he's not trying to see them. But there's not anything I can do about it except continue to love them through it and get them the help that they need. And so they're realizing through counseling that what happened to them was not okay, and they're learning that their dad has a problem, and I just want them to be able to recognize it for what it is and not try to justify it. Because for a while when you talk to them about it, they would, Emily especially, she's like, oh, it's not that bad. It wasn't that bad. He was just mad. It wasn't that bad. And she would justify his behavior. And through counseling, she's finally starting to realize that that wasn't okay and that it was bad. I mean, and the bruises that he left were not on their butts. Like, I'm probably going into too much detail here, I don't know, but Emily had bruises on her wrists and her ankles, and Hunter had their dad had slapped him across the face so hard that it made him cry and it left a handprint. And if you ask Hunter about it, he says that he got his first black eye from his dad when he was 9 years old. And why? Because his dad come home in a bad mood and the house wasn't as clean as he wanted it to be. So that's not a reason to, I mean, I can understand if you got a 16-year-old kid and they're just running their mouth, and I mean, I've seen that happen before, but he was 9 and he got hurt because his dad was in a bad mood, and that's not okay. Yeah, Donna, they were. And nowadays, like, I'm so afraid that if I spank my kids, someone's gonna call Child Protective Services on me because I'm disciplining them. But like the Bible says, spare the rod, spoil the child. And I don't want my kids growing up to be spoiled, entitled kids or adults. We have enough of those in the world right now, where people don't think that they have to work hard or respect people or treat people nicely. Like, there's too much of that already. We don't need more of that. And Roberta, you're right. Kids should be cherished. And for the most part, I cherish mine. Sometimes I'm like, why did I do this to myself? But most of the time I do cherish them. I love them very much. And they're very sweet for the most part. Hey guys! Steven and Casey are in the house, y'all. Steven is doing his Mr. Boots help desk today at 5, I think. So So I will probably just be getting out of physical therapy at that point. So if I show up, it'll be late. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I don't know if somebody wants to do that or if somebody wants to post Mr. Boots and Bounty's link, but that would be appreciated. Yeah, Roberta, a lot of the times, like, I send the kids to their rooms, and it's very, very rare that I spank, but I have to, sometimes desperate measures, or however that goes. Hey, Life with Linda and Chuck, hello, guys. How are y'all doing today? Oh, thanks, Jesse. Yeah, Steven does a, it's his channel, or his Mr. Boots help desk is for anybody trying to grow their channel if they have questions about anything video related, anything about, like, from thumbnails to your banner to editing videos to, I don't know. I don't even know yet because it's only the second one he's done. But he's there to help for anybody who needs help. So, and we want to be there to support him because, it's all about supporting our community. But anyway, one of the ways that I discipline is take away privileges. I'm like, oh, you want to be a jerk? You don't get to watch TV. Or, with Emily, I'm like, oh, you want to have an attitude with me and not do your chores? Fine, give me your computer. And which they didn't have that, or she didn't have that until she worked a babysitting job and made enough money and bought her own computer. And so now she has her own computer. But she had to work for it. Yep. Today, 5 p.m. Central Time on Mr. Boots and Bounty channel will be the Mr. Boots help desk. So usually I withhold privileges as discipline. That usually works out pretty good. I still haven't finished eating. Wiley's gonna kill me. He's gonna get this kitchen clean before I'm done talking. So for those of you that weren't in here earlier and didn't hear it, keep an eye out on Wiley's channel because we've been doing some funky stuff with the sawmill that it's not necessarily made to do. We're being careful. We're not doing anything with it that's gonna hurt it or break it or anything like that. But, I think it'll be some interesting stuff for you guys to watch. The Elders Homestead, hello. How are you guys today? We made chicken Alfredo with macaroni noodles because Sam's Club didn't have Alfredo noodles. And we made steamed broccoli and garlic bread. And then we had a bunch of cookies that were donated, so we had cookies too. And it's delicious. I've spent way too long eating it. It's cold now. But that's what we made today. And I haven't counted plates yet, but I can tell you that this was a stack of 50 when I opened it. And there's probably like a little over 10 left. I would say we've probably served about 100 people today. What do you think, Wiley?
Very close. For 100 plates,
yeah. Wiley's channel is Working with Wiley. I know Jesse's already posted it once. But yeah. And it's WORKIN, comma, with Wiley.
Oh, no comma.
Oh, there's no comma on it now? Apostrophe, that's what I meant. Apparently I need to go back to school for some grammar lessons. Apostrophe. He doesn't have very many subscribers yet. We started that channel to kind of separate our humanitarian and farm stuff from everything else that we do. Because we do all sorts of stuff. Thanks, Jesse. We work on the sawmill, we build things, we work on cars, we paint houses, I don't even know. What else do we do?
Anything and everything that we need to do
Yeah.
to make money.
Anything that people call us to do that's not farm stuff. If you want to know about the farm stuff, as far as the animals and our feeding people and gardening and stuff, that'll be on this channel. But everything else that we do will be on Working with Wiley.
Basically, our work life.
Yeah, it's our work life.
Although it's not very much on there right now.
Yeah, we're still working on it. We're trying to do 2 channels at once, and we haven't even gotten down doing 1 channel yet. But yeah. And I have a video that I'm gonna say is gonna come out tomorrow. I'm not gonna try to be. I'm not gonna try to put it on myself to get it done today. But I don't know. Last time I saw her, she was looking for you, and then y'all come running through the hallway. So, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I recorded a video yesterday making comfrey salve. So I hope to have that video out tomorrow. I recorded it yesterday. And we had grocery shopping and doctor's appointments and stuff to do yesterday. And today is a full day of this. So tomorrow, I should have that video done and uploaded. And we've got 2 funky sawmill videos to upload for Wiley's channel. But we're trying to get everything edited and uploaded. So, I mean, you fellow creators know how hard it is to stop what you're doing, to move the camera. It takes 10 times longer to get anything done when you're trying to record it. And then you got to edit it and post it and come up with a thumbnail and a catchy title and hashtags, and it's such a headache. But I feel like we're finally getting better at it. Yes. Casey at Boost and Mountie makes comfrey salve too. But yes, Roberta, it's so simple to make. I'm almost like, should I put this out there because it's too easy? But then at the same time, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna put it out there because anybody can make it. You just have to grow comfrey, or you can order comfrey off Amazon, or I'm sure other places have it too, but it's not hard. And the beeswax that I use come from some beehives that we had when Wiley was still doing dirt work. They were clearing some acreage to put in a housing addition, and he found 2 trees that had beehives in them. And so I went and met him at his job I was just going to harvest the beehive and keep it for the honey and stuff. And then he's like, wait. And he loaded that tree, or those 2 trees, up on the back of a flatbed trailer and brought them home and kicked them off in the yard. And so they were doing really good until we had that snowmageddon last year and our bees died.
But let me tell you a little bit that she ain't telling you.
Oh, no.
Whenever I was moving that tree around, I forgot that one of the windows in the track hole was busted out. And there was some city guys out there putting the sewer in. And I'm surprised you don't see the video on YouTube, but I bailed out of that track hole and ran about 2 miles across that housing addition we was building, trying to get away from them bees.
If I was there, I would have recorded it. But that was before we had a YouTube channel.
That city guy was recording me the whole time.
Oh.
He was like, you're going to see this on YouTube.
We got to figure out who that city guy was so we can tell you about it. Yeah, Roberta, go check out Steven's help desk because he's probably going to go over all that stuff. They said that they use Canva. We also use Canva. Casey and Steven said, like the cartoons, run and jump into a river, LOL.
Oh, yeah, I was trying to find one, believe me.
Fortunately, Wiley's not allergic to bees. Right?
Yeah, no.
No. He's not allergic to bees. Fortunately, Hunter's not allergic to bees because he got stung like, I don't know, 5 times last year.
Yeah.
5 different times. And one of those times he got stung like 4 or 5 times by wasps. We were at Wiley's brother's church doing a vacation Bible study thing, or Bible school, and we had brought the goats and some rabbits and quail, as part of like the whole fund for the Vacation Bible School. And Hunter was out there playing on their, like, they had a dilapidated playground, and Hunter went out there and he was climbing on it, and those wasps attacked him. His arm and his leg, and if you guys go back and look at our previous videos, there was one time we were feeding in the park and his whole face was like this big. It was awful.
Yeah.
That poor kid. Oh, was that a different? That was a different time, huh?
Different time. Yeah, that was whenever we put it. We had that thing you made, the
Oh yeah.
what was it?
I had made a smoothie, and Hunter had taken it outside and set it down on the bench and come back and took a drink of it a while later, and there was a bee in it, and it stung him in the mouth, and that's when his face swelled up like this big. So that was a different time than the time he got attacked by all the wasps. We have been feeding Hungry for a little over a year, so it hasn't been that long. We started out feeding about 20 people a week, and now we feed about 100 a week.
Hey, Lily Hunter.
Y'all calm down, no running. Yeah, and stay this way where we can see you. Yeah, this hallway, you can play on the playground, or you can play in the hall, right, the dining hall. Yeah, poor Hunter. I felt so bad for him, seriously. I wonder how long ago it was. It was this summer. So if you go watch one of our, I can't remember when that was. I wish I wasn't on my phone, because then I'd look it up and tell you about it. But I felt bad for him.
I thought it was funny.
Wiley said he thought it was funny. Wiley's heartless. I take back everything nice I said about him earlier. Is it Mackenzie at the Elders Homestead? We started out serving meals to a local, like they had like an overcomers meeting for people who were trying to get off drugs and stuff. So we would feed that meal every Saturday. And then like May or June-ish, they decided that they weren't going to have that meeting anymore. There's someone else taking over that time slot, and they didn't need us to provide a meal anymore. So we were like, what are we going to do now? We feel like God's telling us to feed people, and now we just lost our opportunity to do it. So we created an opportunity. And we took one of our fold-up tables, and we set it in the park. And we had a pop-up, like one of those pop-up tents. And we just cooked food in our tiny home in our kitchen. And we took it to the park, and we just would walk around and ask people if they were hungry and wanted a hot meal. And we did that from June to December. And then in December, we had been going to a meeting or forum or something on homelessness in our community. And they asked us, or we had mentioned, they asked us to be speakers. And we were really nervous about that because neither one of us are public speakers. But we got up in front of a crowd of like 50 plus people, and we were explaining what we do and what we want to do and how we want to do it and stuff. Hey, are y'all hungry? We have leftovers. Anyway, so we had mentioned that we were trying to find an indoor space because it was getting colder outside, and we wanted people to have a place where they could come in and warm up. Plus, it was getting to the point where cooking in our tiny home kitchen was taking us all day Tuesday and then part of Wednesday, and then we'd just pack everything up in the truck and head to the park and cross our fingers and hope it was still warm as we served it. And so the people from this church offered to let us use their kitchen on Wednesdays, and they have an incredible kitchen. So now they can come here. Ooh, I just got my ring stuck in my hair. Now they can come in and warm up, and we can serve hot coffee, and we can serve coffee and hot chocolate is what we had today. And we put a box of hot chocolate out there, and I don't know if they drank it all or if somebody took more than their fair share, but we're going to have to figure out how to serve that better in the future. But yeah, so Belinda and Chuck, like I just said, we started out feeding in the park. Well, we started out feeding for a meeting, and then we moved to the park, and then now we got invited to come to a church. And so it's awesome. Like, this kitchen is fantastic, because it would take us a day and a half to cook this meal before. And we weren't feeding as many people when we were in the park. We're feeding even more now. So oh, that's awesome. You said that your father-in-law started doing this a few years ago. That's awesome. Being as we have our farm, being away from home for very long isn't really an option, because, you know, the animals need to be fed and watered and all of that. And we do have some great neighbors that would be willing to take care of the animals while we were gone if it was going to be just a couple days or something. But we don't have the resources to travel very far from home. So that's, you know, we focus on our local community. I think it's really great what your father-in-law is doing, especially in those disaster areas where people have lost their homes, because they need it just as much, if not more, than the homeless people in our community. So that's really awesome that they're doing that. This is what we feel God is calling us to do. And the reason we started a farm, since we do have a couple new people in here, let me just go over it like from the beginning. But and yes, yeah, Mackenzie, it does. It gives us an opportunity to, like, sometimes when the dining hall's still full and everybody's had a plate, we will make us a plate and go sit out at the tables with them, you know, just chit chat with them. We don't pressure anybody. Like, we feel like God's calling us to do this, but we don't try to pressure religion on anybody. If somebody asks us to pray for them or with them, we absolutely do that. But we don't, like, make it mandatory that you sit here and listen to this sermon in order to earn a meal or something. See you later, Boots and Bounty. Y'all have a blessed day. We'll probably see you later. But anyway, I was a letter carrier with the post office for 7 years. And Wiley worked for a dirt contracting company that built housing additions and roads, and so he was a heavy machine operator. And before that, he was like a tow truck driver, and before that, he owned his own trucking company. So Wiley's done almost everything, and he's been almost everywhere. I'm not as cool as that, but I worked in the post office. And while it was a good job and it got me through a hard part of my life, I felt like God was calling me to something different. I felt discontent in my job, and I have always had a servant's heart, and I just didn't feel like it was being utilized there. So when we volunteered on Christmas in 2019 to feed the homeless, no, it was 2020. Yeah, 2020. We volunteered to serve the homeless Christmas dinner, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is what God's calling me to do. So much so that, you know, that was December 25th. By January 1st, I'd quit my job. And that was a really scary thing to do, because, you know, there's a lot of security that comes along with having a regular job and knowing that you're going to have a paycheck every 2 weeks, and knowing that your paycheck's going to be approximately this amount, and knowing that you have guaranteed hours and health insurance and retirement benefits. And there's a lot of security that comes along with that. And so it took a lot of courage and a lot of faith to take that leap and to say, I'm out of here. And so, but I did it. And I just totally had faith that God was going to, if he was calling me to do something, all I had to do was believe that he did it, or that he'd do it, you know, or that he'd make it happen. Like, Steve Harvey has a thing that I can't remember, but he talks about how, you know, you just have to have the faith to jump, because he makes an analogy about how you're standing on a cliff, and what if you jump and you fall? And then he's like, but what if you jump and you fly? You know, and it just was so inspirational. And so Wiley had plans of quitting his job by the end of 2021. And it came sooner than expected because of the incident in May with the kids. Wiley stayed home with the kids and I to protect us from possibly dangerous situations and being hurt. And so he ended up quitting his job early. He had plans to do it, just not that early. And so fortunately, we had when I had quit the post office, I cashed out part of my retirement and we paid our land off. Both of our vehicles were already paid off. The house was paid off. When we cashed out my retirement, we used that and a couple of stimulus checks that I got to pay our property off. And so then we were pretty much debt free until we financed a tractor. Hey, how are you? We still have plenty left. I'll leave you some in the.
It sure smells good.
Yeah, I still haven't finished mine. I've been talking too much. But he said it was delicious.
Of course.
I'll put a couple in the fridge for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there's
I smelled the broccoli. That's what I smelled. It smells. I love broccoli.
Wiley was worried about it. He's like, I'm afraid this broccoli is gonna smell awful when it's cooking.
Well, usually cauliflower and broccoli.
Yeah, but how do they smell so bad but taste so good? I don't know. I don't get it. Cheese is the same way. Cheese does not smell good.
Cheese smells like rotten something.
Yeah.
When you eat it, it feels good.
It's super delicious. Yeah. He went that way. He's that way somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, Donna, he does. Like he's funny, but he really that's a very inspirational video. And I think that part of the way he gets across to so many people is that he does do it in a comedic form, if that's even a way to describe it. But it really is. And some people don't like things too serious. And I'm kind of one of those people. Like, I like to be silly and joke and stuff like that. But then there are times when it is important to be serious. But anyway, so I quit my job. And then Wiley quit his job. And when I quit my job, we were like, we're going to start a farm. And we're going to feed people with our farm. And so far, it's worked out. So far. We got, in January of last year, before that, we had chickens. Now we have chickens, ducks, quail, turkeys, guineas, rabbits, cows, goats, and pigs. I think that's all of them. Did I miss anybody?
I think that's it.
I think that's it. And we have a huge garden, which is way bigger than I've ever done before. Our previous garden space was probably like 25 square feet by 25 square feet or something like that. I mean, it was a bigger area than that, but when you take out walkways and actually just consider planting space, it was probably about 25 square feet. And now our garden area is probably like 100 feet by 100 feet. It's huge. But just because we just started growing in that area last year, it didn't, our plants grew really well, but they didn't they didn't set a lot of fruit because our soil is awful. We have, I guess it's good for some things. I mean, it's a lot of sandy loam with some clay and some rock. And it's just not real conducive for growing good, healthy crops. And so we've done some work and we've, saved all of our rabbit poop and scooped up cow poop and that kind of stuff to try to improve our soil because, neither one of us have a regular job. We do odd jobs, like we fix people's cars occasionally. We do some home repairs for people occasionally. We mill wood. We sell some stuff on Etsy. So we have like a whole bunch of different little side hustles, but we're not getting rich anytime soon off of any of them. So between that and YouTube community, we're able to pay our bills, and that's about it. And so, see you, Belinda and Chuck. Y'all have a blessed day. And so, we do a lot of different stuff, but our goal is to eventually be feeding our community with primarily what we grow and raise. We've already processed 5 hogs this year. 2 of them were 500 pounds each. And we've gone through all of that meat. We don't have any more. I think we have some like ribs left, but they're more like spare ribs. There's not a lot. Yes, Roberta, we planted apple trees, pear trees. We have a plum tree. We have a couple peach trees, nectarines. I think that's it. All of them are doing good that I know of, except for the pear. We lost our pear, both of our pears last year. We've also planted, we have blackberries that grow wild everywhere. And we've planted, I don't know, half a dozen different kinds of blueberries, I think. We even planted some, I can't remember what they were. They like look like little kiwis. Do you remember what that was? What we planted around that arch last year.
Oh, there was, it's actually a bigger fruit that you peel the skin off of, but the skin was edible, remember?
Yeah, I think they're like mini kiwis or something.
Kiwis, that's what it was, yeah.
I think they're like bite-sized kiwis. They don't have fuzz, and you don't have to peel them. You can just like eat them like a grape. Oh, and we planted 3 different varieties of grapes last year. So, let's see. I saw some comments that I didn't respond to. You know, I've been really interested in the grafting of trees, Roberta. I think that's super cool idea. I haven't tried it yet, but I know you can buy a little tool to do it, and then you just like tape the branch on the tree, and you could have like an apple tree that grows like 5 different kinds of apples on it if we wanted to. But we haven't got there yet. Amen, Mackenzie. He doesn't promise riches the way the world describes it. Like, we're not out trying to get fame and fortune or anything. We're just trying to do God's work. All I know is that when it's my time to stand at the pearly gates, I want to be able to hold my head high and know that I've lived a good life of service.
And we done what we could.
And we done what we could. Thanks for posting that video, Jesse. We are subscribed to Cog Hill Farm, Donna, but I haven't watched a lot of their stuff because there's so many YouTube channels out there, and I really like what they're about, but I honestly couldn't carry on a conversation very long about what they're about. I am looking forward to the opportunity to meet them at the Homesteading Expo, though, because they will be speakers there. So we're hoping to get to meet them there. But we are trying to, I really enjoy those channels, and actually like Arms Family Homestead is really the first like homesteading channel I really got addicted to. And I used to listen to Daniel Arms talk like all day when I was delivering mail. I'd just play their playlist just because I loved content. I love the relationship that their family has. But now that I'm a creator and I want to support the YouTube community, when we have time to watch YouTube, we try to focus on the smaller channels that are our size or smaller, because it's all about helping each other grow. And those channels already have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and it's because they put out good content. And I do like what they have to do, but my time is limited, and so we devote that to smaller channels. Thanks, Mackenzie. I've been talking to you guys for 2.5 hours. I need to, Wiley's probably got all the dishes done by now.
Nope, I saved a bunch for you.
Crap. Yes, at 4 o'clock. Amen, Donna. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Mike, you're back. Did you have a good nap? But yeah, Donna, you're absolutely right. I couldn't have said it better myself. When there's a song that says that, and it always like gets me all tingly inside, because I just want, when it's my time to go to the pearly gates, I don't want to be standing in that line thinking of, racking my brain of all the bad things that I've done, how I'm going to justify it, and how I'm going to explain myself. I want to just have that peace in my heart that I did what I could, that I did my best to be a good person and serve God and serve others, and that's all I'm asking for. You know, and the Bible describes riches in heaven, not riches on earth. And I don't expect to have a mansion or anything when I get there, but the Bible says that our place will be prepared for us. So it could be a little tiny house and I'd be happy, or a tent on a beach somewhere, and that'd make me happy too. Thanks, Mike. I hope the cat enjoyed. He didn't say anything to make you look bad, don't worry. Roberta, are you trying Leanne's recipe? Because it's really good. Mm. So there's only a few people in here, but I don't know how many of you know Rochelle at Brampton Gardner, but we are going to be talking about everything gardening on our Friday Night Live. And so if you guys haven't checked out one of our Friday Night Lives yet, it's our way of giving back to the community. We also host the Watch and Grow occasionally, but while that's a lot of fun and you put a lot of channels out there, we try to focus on one channel on Friday nights to really give that channel the undivided attention that they deserve, to try to help them grow, and also help you guys get familiar, help you guys become familiar with other great channels too. And so Rochelle at Brampton Gardner is really great, and I can't wait to talk to her about all things gardening. So that will be Friday night at 5:30 Central Time, and that's every Friday. And so we like to sit down and break bread with these people. And a lot of times, we pray before we eat, but sometimes that doesn't happen on the lives. Last week, we were showing one of Leanne's videos, so we prayed, and y'all probably saw us doing it, but we had our mic muted, so you couldn't hear us. But oh, Mike, your cat typed a million things, but he didn't hit the send button. That's because he doesn't have opposable thumbs, I guess. Donna, you said Clanton. I'm not sure what that is referring to. Jesse, you're the best mod ever. You're totally on top of it. I need to quit talking and eat my food so I can get up and help clean, because I have to leave. We have to leave here in an hour so I can go to my doctor's appointment. Uh-oh, Wiley's back and I didn't get anything done.
Time for you to go to work, woman.
I'm just waiting for him to get all the hard stuff done. And then I'll get up and help. Thanks, Mackenzie. And we don't have anybody. Oh, and then Mike at Homestead Family Reclaim is our guest next Friday. So y'all can come meet him and his wonderful supervisor cat. And if anybody wants to be on one of our Friday Night Lives, I'm always trying to reach out to people, but it doesn't always go as planned. And so if you want to be a guest on our Friday Night Live, please send us an email. Our email address is listed on our About page. And we just really want to help people grow their channels too, because we've gotten some help along the way. And we just want to reciprocate and help the community also. Donna said, I have jumped off the cliff. I am starting a ladies' Bible study. We are going to study discerning God's voice. That's awesome. Congratulations. Congratulations. That is really great. My walk with God started with a Bible study that I went to once a week. Now, while I'm not perfect, I'm on my third or fourth year of doing a 365-day reading plan on the Bible. I have yet to get every single day, but I do get most days, and a lot of times if I miss a day, and now Wiley's doing it with me. So last summer, I think we started doing it together. And which is, I feel like, has really like strengthened our relationship with each other as well as with God too. But if we miss a day here and there, we always go back and read that also. So we're doing all right on that. But we try to like have our Bible study while we have our coffee in the morning. Because one, we want to put God first. And two, if we get it out of the way early, we don't have to worry about forgetting to do it. Because once you get busy doing stuff, you don't really want to sit down and stop. Good job, Donna. Thanks, Jesse. I have when I went to the Bible study that I was just talking about, I was gifted a life application study Bible by one of the other members of the church. Because the Bible didn't make a lot of sense to me at that point. I mean, I had a bachelor's degree. I know how to read. I'm pretty good with reading comprehension. But when it comes to the Bible, I could read a sentence 20 times and it just didn't sink in. I'm like, what are they even talking about? I was gifted this life application study Bible, and if you guys don't know what it is, it's really great. It has, at the top of the page, it has the actual scripture. And at the bottom of the page, it has explanations as to, it like takes that scripture and puts it into life applications. And so it talks about how it still applies today and how it applies to life. And then it asks some questions like, you know, to really get you thinking about how you're affected or how your behaviors are, or, you know, really like opens your eyes. And so that's really, really awesome for me. And in the back of it, it has a 365-day reading plan. Hey, Patty Price, how are you? Nice to see you. For y'all that are wondering, yes, my food is very cold. So good though. Did you see that? That was my last bite of garlic bread. And it fell off my fork onto the floor. I guess I didn't need it that much. But okay. So I'm gonna set the camera off to the side. I'm gonna let it keep rolling. Y'all can keep watching. If you want help us with our watch hours, you can. Huh? Why? Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna set this over here, and then y'all can just watch us clean or whatever. Mike said 5-second rule. And my last bite of bread fell on the floor. I know, but if I start another piece of bread, I'm gonna want to eat the whole thing, and my double chin says I don't need it.
Yeah, if they wanna watch this clean, they can watch it clean, and they don't.
Y'all can just like let the camera roll while you go do something. Or
Claims just come on, so I'm surprised anybody's even still in.
oh no, they're done already. Simple Life Reclaim's done already. Chris had his live already. Come on Homesteading is live now.
I don't know how we're gonna take this food, box this food up and take it home. Or whatever.
We can put a bunch of we gave away all the good cookies. Yep. Oh, my phone fell over. Whoops. Good thing I walked over here. I come looking for a cookie and you guys had flipped over backwards. I didn't make these. They were given. Don't worry, Mike. The food wasn't on a really dirty floor. Yeah, here's to looking at the ceiling. Okay. We got to figure out how to pack up this food and take it home. We're going to put it in a bunch of to-go boxes and go drop them off.
So that out there is the worst it's ever been. Just so you know.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I've left the lid off this way too long.
I'm kind of overwhelmed right now. There's more.
Let's go, sorry.
Huh?
Let's go, sorry.
Yeah. There's about 9 more loaves in there.
Oh my gosh. I guess we don't have.
Also, can you make, I don't know, 2 or 3, whatever, 12 plates, I guess, and soup. It's got Mom said she ain't got nobody that'll cook for her or nothing, so she wants to drop her off on her porch.
Come enjoy it. have some cookies, but.
Okay.
The whole pack
Take that pack.
Oh, this hurt me. There's only 3 cookies left. There's only half and golden pieces. I can get
Holy, don't be breaking them all up. These are gonna be $10. I run through the dishwasher kind of.
hear that piano song?
Yep.
Didn't I do good?
Yep, you sure did. You want to say hi to everybody?
bring me 3.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry, I brought everything.
Can you throw that cookie away? Yes, because we don't know who started eating it.
Mom, can we have these cookies too?
No.
Why?
Because you guys don't need to eat a bunch of cookies.
A few of them.
You already have more than a few cookies.
I only had 2 cookies today.
Well, that's enough.
Cookies for right now. Oops.
Are you friends with Michael on Facebook?
Huh?
Are you friends with Michael on Facebook Messenger?
Yeah, he's got a coffee couple times.
Hey, will you please tell Emily that she's got counseling Thursday at 3 o'clock? Thank you. Love you, bye.
Oh, check on the house.
Call and tell Emily that she's got counseling in 5 minutes.
Oh,
I set the computer up for the web, so you shouldn't have a problem getting on there, but. It takes these containers for leftovers.
Good luck.
Anything they get done is cool. Hey, Lily, Hunter. Okay, everyone try the. Hi, that's what we get. Hi.
But say yes before I think.
Yeah, right. Did you really want to eat those leftovers? Yeah, that's what I meant. Did you say you were for 8? Hey, Willie, can you bring us the cart? Wherever it's at.
Actually, I'll see if I can get other things grabbed.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna do with all this stuff still before.
I had saved all those bags for bread, kept them on the counter. In case we have to rest them in bread, I would
What was anybody dealing or why?
Yeah, they should see over here.
6?
Yeah.
That's like going on 4 hours.
Can you lift this and put it on there? Yeah. 1 too heavy for me, and 2, if I try it, it's gonna fall apart. I've already grabbed that box.
No. No. Because that's what this one is. This one's all in.
Hey, Hunter and Lily. They're not gonna have a meal here tonight, so I need you guys to. Okay. Start stacking the chairs and then roll the tables up against the wall. I'll help you pull that stuff out.
Yeah, I know. I was like freaking when I was staying on that line so long.
The thread here can go in the middle. So that's what good. Also, Mom, where were all of your kids you said yesterday? I guess they didn't show up.
Over there. I'm assuming it's the building you have appropriate. Building his own, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I just tell him that, hey, we're talking about needing an extra day a week over here.
Ah, yes. There, and then we put the bread on that. Or
Hey guys, we gotta hurry.
Lily. Here. Give me. We're doing a good job though. Just keep working. Lily, just move them to the other table, Hunter.
Thanks for sticking around, guys.
Lily or Hunter, don't worry about it and just get after it.
others to post some links.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, Rims family, if you're still here, I don't know. Thank y'all for sticking around, though.
Yeah, so we probably need to know what's on the county board. The trash can.
Yeah. You're very welcome. I'm glad I asked you if there was going to be a meal tonight. Otherwise, we would have like there was going to be a meal tonight. We'll take out all the trash before we need to.
If you're having trouble, just do one at a time. So, yes, We gotta take trash out.
My wrecking ball.
Lily, grab your puppy before it gets left here.
Puppy! Come here! Puppy.
Nope. Yep. Well, yeah, it's got food in it, yeah. I forgot to put the chicken. We've got 15 minutes to be at your point. Get going out there taking that trash out.
Hey, Hunter. Figured I'd do it while we were walking out. Hunter.
I guess this stuff ain't ours, is it? I guess this stuff ain't ours, is it?
What are you talking about, Anars?
That bag.
No, that was your last week. Get your back on. Stop it.
I was trying to figure out what the hell was going on. Oh, Michael. I was thinking Michael. The guy from the work.
Liz under there.
Oh, it opens off.
Oh, that's out there.
Okay, guys. We are getting off here. We have a few minutes before I have to be at my doctor's appointment. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for hanging out. We appreciate all of you guys. We love you. We couldn't do this without our YouTube community. So y'all have a blessed day, and we will see you on Friday. Adios, amigos.
No, I'll get it.